Realtor Tom Bresney welcomes you to Sanctuaries Preserve. Located in the Santa Cruz community of Boony Doon, this is a property that is both spacious and comfortable. It has that feeling of being able to take in, quite a party, if you will, and yet it's a very comfortable place to relax.
Well, I think you're right. Once you get to the end of the long gated private drive, you feel like you're sitting in the middle of a very pristine area surrounded by the Boony Doon Ecological Preserve. In some ways, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, which is a delightful aspect of Santa Cruz County and its different micro environments. Once you do get here, you don't feel the need to leave. There is a compound feel. It's three different structures, three wonderful structures, and all with a sense of being connected to each other. And they set remarkably tucked into this setting. It does feel like a property that's been here for years and years, kind of evolving over time in this incredible natural setting that it sits in. And that's one of the aspects that I truly enjoy about this property. Every single space in the house does open up to the outdoors. And there's a relationship between homes and the settings that surround them. And a lot of what I look at when I'm representing these homes is what's the connection and what's the depth of connection between the home itself and the setting that it sits in. I call this Sanctuaries Preserve. This house preserves the feel of the setting that it's in.
The property was designed by the Santa Cruz architectural firm Matson Britton. The husband and wife team says the intent was to create a home that blends the traditional farmhouse of yesterday with contemporary features.
It really has that wonderful kind of farmhousey feel, but it's got an edge to it, and it also has some modern qualities.
There were some existing structures here, and we preserved those, but we changed the character of it to bring that farmhouse feel that Martha mentioned. The idea is that once you enter from this great setting, that you come into a compound, and that's where you're controlling the landscape and how that house addresses it. So yes, a farmhouse was the inspiration or the core of the design, but what farmhouses didn't originally do was open up to the outside. So a big thing was bringing that flavor to the house, but also bringing in the modern amenities, but also the flow to the outside.
I think the last time we were here was at a party, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years ago, and the house looks just as beautiful today as it did then. It's just really, really great to walk through and look at all the details and the craftsmanship. There's some just beautiful, beautiful work that's been done.
In addition to the home's beauty, you have the property's natural setting, which is unique and awe-inspiring in itself.
This actual history that surrounds us in the about 550 acres of the Boony Doon Ecological Preserve, which is clearly all around us. This is a particularly special geologic formation. It's part of what's called the Santa Cruz Sandhills habitat. This is completely unique. Suddenly we've got rock formations around us that you might expect to see in a desert area. The house in many respects is very respectful of this environment. The selections that were made about the house, they're not ostentatious. They don't stick out far and above. They're not higher than anything else. They're tucked into the landscape in a very respectful manner that is testimony to the fact that the setting around the house is just as important as the house itself. We're sitting on a piece of dirt that's about 20 million years old, and that goes to show you that if you live in the right place, you can last a long time. And I think that's true about houses. If you're living in the right place, it's possible to live there a long time and be very happy.
Contact Tom Bresney to experience Sanctuaries Preserve for yourself.